So here's something I've been working through lately. I'm really seeing it now. Like, I think for a while I kind of lost track. Like, I was just out here in fucking limbo trying to figure out where the fuck I was at. Now look, a bitch be fucking decisive, okay? But I started realizing, like, these decisions that I made, these pivots that I made, were decisions based on the tenacity that I believed that I could achieve in a given area. Now, I think everyone has to make this decision at some point, whether you decide to pursue something. But when I was in school for film, I had intense failure after failure after failure after failure. And when you have a failure in film and you fail to recover, you have no result. And that's something, like, I kept seeing and I kept seeing. And I would go on to other people's sets, you know, and I would be able to do my job. I would be able to get the result that I needed. But when it came to my own projects, I was so annoyed because I always had to rely on someone else to do their part, to do their job. And often I was disappointed. I was disappointed because someone didn't follow through. They didn't do the job they said they was gonna do. They wasn't as good as they said they was gonna do, or they just damn sure didn't show up. Maybe they showed up the first 2 days or the first day, or had to leave within the first hour of the first day and never came back. I remember the day in my heart, in my mind, when I gave up on it. And I'm thinking about that now. I'm thinking about that now because it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why did I give up on it? And it's something I aspired to for years and years and years. And I'm realizing I didn't necessarily give up on the dream I had associated with that work. What I gave up on was relying on other people to get it done. Because at the time, I didn't have the discernment to align myself with people who would show up the way they said they would, who would do this type of things that I would do. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I say I'm gonna show up at 5 a.m., I'm gonna be there at 4:30 in the parking lot waiting on you. While everybody else, I'm the first person on set. It's not my set. You know what I mean? Like, I'm there. I'm gonna be the first person. Before anybody else in my department get there, half of everything is gonna be set up because I'm there. I'm already there. I'm already in the mindset. Before I even went to sleep that night, I'm planning how I'm going to. And for other people, it's just a means to an end. And it was never that for me. I did that shit out of love, and I saw my heart breaking, and I was just like, this ain't it. And I think that was a cue for me. Now, for some people, that's a cue for them to go deeper into it and to learn more about how to create the work on their own. But for me, it was a cue. And that cue led me into doing other things like photography, like doing videography for businesses, all types of stuff. Like, y'all, I've had so many pivots before I became a medium. Like, I was low-key forced by spirit to become a medium. I didn't choose this bitch. Okay? And I'm thinking about that now. I'm remembering why the passion I had died. Like, it died epically, guys. Like, when I'm talking about, like, by the time I graduated from school, I wasn't passionate about it anymore, but I continued to write scripts. I continued to show up on set after set after set. I continued to get jobs at radio stations and different businesses, filming their course material, doing all of their stuff, making their stuff beautiful, immaculate. Realizing this is great. Having this portfolio is great, but I'm tired. I'm tired. The physical work, tiring. The mental work, tiring. Reassuring everybody every fucking 5 minutes, tiring. I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to be creative. I just wanted to pursue my dream, and I got real lost in the sauce. I got real lost in money. I got real lost in understanding what the difference was between happiness and them coins. And at the time, I didn't know what real love was. So, you know what I'm saying? It took me going through this process for me to understand what love is, how to apply love to the things that matter to me. And I'm looking back at that time, and I think every decision that I made up until this point has brought me here. And now I'm looking at what here is. I'm looking at what here is, and I'm thinking to myself, could I have ever seen this? Could I have ever just looked out and said, this is where I will be? And you know what? I did. I did. And at one point, when I saw my heart breaking in film, I could not see any future outside of me being a film director. I couldn't see anything. But there was a me in the middle of a dark night of the soul, 3 years later, trying to get a real job. Oh my God, just bear with me, y'all. I was trying to apply to a call center that had just opened. I knew how toxic call centers were because I had a bunch of family that worked in call centers and they were miserable as fuck. But I needed a job. And I remember going through this tenacious process, and in the process getting frustrated because this is a waste of my time. I'm gonna go here to die, is what I was thinking. And in that moment, I was like, I'm going to manifest my way into a better life. And that night, I scripted the life I'm living right now. But I didn't know that I was gonna be a medium. I didn't know how. I didn't know how. For somebody, you just need to hear, like, you don't need to know how. You just have to be willing to go through the process. You have to be willing to see the shit to the end and just understand that somehow it's gonna fucking work. It just is. You know? I don't know. That really hit me today. All right, bye.